Also, Dimly, just knowing that it's okay, we want to be the team to beat them. We know we can have a record. We know we have an open goal. A Fire Ninja makes some pay and take the early 1-point lead.
Although, I guess a miscommunication, lack of communication, game was stunned out. Someone should have told him. Citizen shot on Saluda. Saluda gets a big stop there. St. Louis Hustle back in possession, still down by 1 as we approach the half. Still over 3 minutes to go, though, in the first half. Taco sending on across. What a play to Ryan! And that's what that man does. Gets it in for the 2. The St. Louis Hustler are going to go up by 1, 14-13. There's still 3 minutes. Into the floor to Lazy Stark zone. Good defensive boost there from Jay Walker, sending it right back through. A nice bounce there. Is that going to go in? Shut up. Are you kidding me?
Realistically, known for their passing and their defense. And there it is. Off a feet.
Into the bubble. That's looking to press that is Lovebridge and Co. So they will, in fact, find that extra pass as they do.
Beautiful bounce pass. Back to back where anyone tries to bounce off of that spot at mid there. Knows how touchy can be. Mad. Oh, what a setup to Tony. And welcome everybody to the Nepa TV, bringing you the Nepa Pro Series 2 Conference Championships, Eastern and Western. Before we get to that, I am Monsieur Demouy, here with me, myself, and I. We have Muted Monster running the cameras, running production tonight. But as far as who you're going to hear from and see, it's just me. Welcome, everybody. I am Monsieur Demouy. I cannot believe that rhymed. I don't know why it did, but it did, and that's fantastic. That's how tonight is going to be. We have first up in front of us, they're almost ready to go. St. Louis Samurai versus Echo Club Kansas City. I believe this is the fight for the... is this the West? This is the West, right? Actually, hold on. It's the West, yes. This is the battle for the West, the Western Conference. Winner here will go to the Pro Series 2 Championship. Of course, before we get on to that, do we go to rules first? So here's the thing. I've never done the reason stuff. This is the first time. This is going to be a great show because, again, it's just me. And so we do rules. We're going to do rules. So we're going to do rules. Hit the button for the rules. You got 8-minute quarters. This is how Nepa runs. 5-minute halftime. 1-minute timeout per team per half. Fifth player allowed in the spawn area. You'll see 5 players in, but only 4v4. Overtime is golden goal, which means first one to score wins. And of course, no toxic or discriminatory behavior. I call it, don't do it. What? Did you just mute me? I can't believe you just did that. Wow. Well, I mean, properly. I shouldn't have said that, but you know. So, or I should have. It doesn't matter. We have some phenomenal games this evening. We're done with the rules. By rules, we're done with the rules. Phenomenal games this evening. It's starting off here. St. Louis Samurai versus Echo Club Kansas City. These teams faced off twice this season. It wasn't, I don't believe, it was the other one that was back. These were one was kind of early on, was kind of later on. Both St. Louis Samurai took both of those games. First one, they took 44-37. However, the second game, they only took 43-40. Actually, were those back to back? I'm not sure. Two of the teams tonight played back to back right at the center of the season. So yeah, St. Louis Samurai are here. CJ, so that's not their full roster. They're here with CJ, so Rocks Titan, Time, Jay Franzel. They will have Blue, but I do believe Blue will be playing that fifth man position. And of course, over on Echo Club Kansas City right now, it is currently Oculus Range, Baron, and Tasuna. And I would expect Tasuna to be that extra man. However, without that fifth player in here, which I would expect to see Sweet Tooth. I'm not sure who that's going to be. So there you go. There's your roster as it is right now in the game. And I believe we might be waiting on that fifth player to get started here. But this is going to be a phenomenal matchup. These teams have played exceptionally well all to this point here. The penultimate matchups of the season. Again, Pro Series 2. And this all brought to you by iHeartRadio. And also, put me back on camera so I can do this just for a moment. Welcome to the Sir Dimwee Show. I just had to do that on camera. It's going to go in the highlight reel. By the way, y'all, this is all going to be on... I'm putting some highlight reels together. You know where it's going to be? SirDimwee.com. But that's not an official sponsor. That's just my website, SirDimwee.com. It does exist. You're like, does it really? Yes, it does. Go check it out. For real. It's for real. Anyways, you know who else is for real? These teams, although I do believe we're still missing the fifth player. Yes, Range. We know your fifth is Sweet Tooth. We're wondering where Sweet Tooth is. So what's going on, chat? Hello, chat. Hello, UG Mom. Thank you for the confidence. What's up, Juicifier? Time Dash in the chat. Shouldn't be, but is. Sea Savages, Mighty Quinn. Muted Monster, although he's also running the cameras here. Anybody else talking? Is that it? Speak up. Speak up if you're watching. Speak up if you're watching. Say hello. You don't have to. Please do. I'm lonely. Not really. Only a little bit. Kind of. Not really. No, not actually. You know what I am? Rock's having some fun. CJ's been having some fun. Why the fire? I don't remember. Somebody called you Juicifier on accident, and it stuck. I'm gonna finish my coffee frap. Good evening, Beauty Bird. Say that again. You're very quiet. I didn't say who it was from. Oh, did I put the logo on? No, you couldn't see the logo. Okay, yeah, so no, you can see where it's from. Thank you, Peter Bird. To be fair, if you're talking about this show, this is not officially my show. I'm just saying that because I don't have any co-casters tonight. No host. But if you're talking about the Monday show, wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Thank you. I love that. I love doing that show. That's over on my personal Twitch. But again, unofficial sponsors. SirDimwee.com. You know, was that muted? Just getting ready. I'm just rating. I'm really excited for these teams. Thank you, UG Mom. Someday, somebody dropped out. Oculizer has left the building. You gonna play putt-putt on my show? What? Am I gonna play putt-putt? Why would I play putt-putt? What? Why? Where'd that come from? You're gonna have to give me some context there. Juice of fire. And even Echo says it's dancing around the goal with disc. Oh, it's a question. Is dancing around the goal with the disc toxic? It really depends on the context. I would say generally, like if you're just in a pub and you. So all right. So here's the thing. There is strategic benefit if your team's ahead and you're alone by the other team's goal and they haven't, they're not, they're giving you a lot of time to just sit there and wait. Running the clock can be a strategic advantage. So kind of dancing around while you're waiting. I guess some could argue it's toxic and maybe a little bit. I would say dinging can be, pretty toxic as well. I feel like if you sit there ding, 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 taunting them. Although at the same time, like, yeah, it's kind of a head game. I wouldn't encourage the behavior. But if you're just sitting there waiting anyways, and like, especially if they're just letting you sit there and wait, maybe they need to be taunted. Although again, I don't encourage the behavior. Challenge match. Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I also don't. I am. When I cast, I'm not a mod. Two, particularly when I cast for Nepa, I'm not a viewer. I'm a mod right now. So I don't have any answers for you there. And just for clarifying, walkabout mini golf. I don't do on my Monday show. I don't stream games. It's all Echo Talk. We wait for the matches to drop on Monday around noon. It was something the first season 2 after the quest port dropped. We had a massive influx of new players, and so on Monday when they were waiting for their matches, and they were all going, "Where's matches?" because they legitimately didn't know like what was going on, and there was a ton of them. They were crashing like everything. Like one, they were overbearing. They were overbearing the mods in the server because they were getting spammy because there were so many of them. And two, they were overbearing the server, the website server, because at the time it hadn't been set up to handle that kind of load before because it didn't need to. And because of Questport, we literally 10 times the number of players over the span of like a month showed up. And so I was like, well, let's, hey, everybody follow me. And I'll refresh and you watch me refresh. That way it's not 100 people refreshing, it's just one person. And that's how that started. Also, fun fact, I didn't know this. It was Gilligan who came up with the name. I never gave him proper credit for it. Monday Matches Madness. Cookies do sound good right now. Cinnamon says 10K on Samurai. And they may be the favorites coming into this one. Again, I go back to the records between these teams. 2-0 in favor of the Samurai. 44-37 first game, 43-40 second game. Those are very slim margins. Notably slim. 7 points in the first game, which is only 3 goals. 3 points in the second game, which is only 1 goal. So here's the thing. All right. I'm going to tell you right now, this game deserves a lot more viewers. So if y'all could do me a favor, specifically me, I am, Sir Dimwee is asking you a favor right now. This is not Nepa, although if you like Nepa and you want to do Nepa solid, this is for Nepa too. But I'm asking you personally, go into your servers, go into your team's stuff, go into your friends' stuff. Don't get in trouble. Don't go spam or anything. I'm not asking you to do that, but let people know, hey, there's some seriously awesome Echo Arena action occurring right now. Well, about to occur. And they should come check it out because these two teams, I'm telling you right now, both these teams really want to get to those championships. Both of them do. These teams have been playing exceptionally well. They are exceptionally tuned, and they are more prepared than they've been for most things. I don't know if that's true, but it's going to be an amazing game. Both these teams are at the top of their game. Their chemistry is working. They are well-oiled machines. And it is worth watching these games tonight and Saturday if you are not already here. What's that? So it looks like we are going to be starting here. Echo Club Kansas City is unfortunately going to be without one of their starters. Feudy making a point there. Sweet Tooth unfortunately not going to be here, at least to start the game. It appears we're not sure where Sweet Tooth is at the moment. Hopefully Sweet Tooth is okay, and we will see them here, in due time. However, we are going to get started here between the St. Louis Samurai Echo Club Kansas City for the Western Conference Championships here on the Nepa TV. Oh my goodness, here on the Nepa TV. Brought to you by iHeartRadio as we get started. Quarter one underway. Head right there from the St. Louis Samurai. Sending out banana will be collected by C. Jason far side. Sends it. Hits it. Rocks Titan first goal of the game. 2 points on the board. Samurai are up. Give me 1 second. What's up, Nah? So, ooh, let's not do that in the chat. Quick pass here near side. Good forward through. They have a player here on that's range. Previously snipe. That's Tasuna looking to send this one back to Alexander. Bad bounce, so still loose there on the far side. Time trying to get there. Instead, it will be Tasuna on the far side. Tasuna here to range. Alexander now moving up here. Jay Franzo pressuring. Although an attack here on the bubble. Looking at 2v3. They're still going to connect on it and get it. Tasuna to Baron. They will tie it up here in the first round. Excuse me, first quarter. 21 seconds after the last. 1 minute in. Look at that first goal. Look at that first goal. Rocks there. So now see Jason. Quick pass here on the near side. A split to a relay. A split relay? I don't know. Time. Oh, big setup there. The Rock's not able to play it off of the bounce. Scoop. I believe it was Oculus that are getting it to Suna. But then the send out there to see Jason on the back line. Now Jay Franzel here on the near side. Jay Franz across into the hands of Rock's Titan. Rock's Titan has time though covered very well. That is range. Although time now open. Look at that. Watch out. And actually time will actually back it out here. Defense not clustering at all. Doing a good job of staying spread out, even though they're all in the bubble here. And they're all keeping a good watch on their goalie as well. Make sure they don't get stunned out. However, Rock's Titan will find Jay Franzel behind the goal. Jay Franzel will put it in a 1v1 against the goalie. 4-2. In favor of the Samurai. Echo Club Kansas City, joust advantage. Alexander, quick pass there to the far side. You watch this. Watch how he plays the backline here, because Alexander being one of the more I would say legendary is not the right word, but a very well-known bubble attacker. Playing on the back line means you got to watch out for when he pinches in, because it's a rare situation where your backliner pinching in creates like it's disproportionate. And Jay Franz good interception there, sends it out. Uncontested here. See Jason. Wow, too many stunts in the backfield. But it's not often. Usually, your backliner comes in, but your backliner's usually, oftentimes, not usually, but oftentimes, a goalie type, a defender type, who's pitching up. So you kind of have a defender, offenseman, kind of, or offensive defenseman. You know what I'm saying? Oh, quick pass here. Gets by that stack. Stack still active. Good pass across. Sooner there, edge of the bubble will reset it there as that stack was back. Say friends. Out of the play, but only for a moment. Getting back in. Good send up there by Alexander to range. There's the bubble. Baron cutting in. Goalie is stunned out. Oh, what? Oh, okay. All right. I was not sure what happened there. Now I see. Beautiful setup there to Baron right in front of the goal. See Jason was still stunned out. That gave Baron enough time to receive that pass, get it in for the two. Echo Club Kansas City. They've got their second on the board here. We're halfway through the first quarter. 6-4 in favor of St. Louis Samurai. I see Jason, quick pass there. Rockstein on the far side. This is their first joust advantage in a while here. As Jay Franzel, edge of the bubble. The defense is back. Jay Franz will send this one back to see Jason on the back line. As Oculus there. Oculus that are coming out on that forecheck. Rockstein. Oh, quick pass there, Jay Franz. Somehow beats 3. Are you serious? Yeah, the defenders were a little bit too high. Jay Franz had just enough room. And that will be a 4-point lead once again for the St. Louis Samurai. Right now, 8-4. And Nod, have you heard from Sweet Tooth? Do you know what's going on there? Range across to Suna. If it's private, obviously we don't want to. If something private happened, we don't want to reveal anything. I'm just saying, if you happen to know anything. Range across there, Oculizer, juking around here. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That is what you got to watch out for with that kind of backliner. And Na says, I don't know where Sweet is. Unfortunate. Hopefully we can get a bead on Sweet at some point. APB. See Jason stunned up. Still gets his pass off. Actually, that's just a clear. And a stack. Defensive stack there. Oculizer slaps it up. Good read there. What a play! Time has entered the building. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Four-point lead again to the St. Louis Samurai. 2:15 in the first quarter. Alexander there on the far side has one in front. Big diamond here. Two stacks. What do they call that? Zero. Or no, that's not zero. Zero is a 1-2-1. I learned that recently. I had never heard that before. Baron, Tasuna resetting. Alexander. Yes, it was Superfly. Yes, it was. Baron. Ooh, one more pass. Range behind the goal. Gets it in. Sweet Tooth has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. As Echo Club Kansas City comes back with a 2. Will we see Sweet Tooth enter the game right now? Will they wait for the second quarter? We'll find out momentarily, although currently I see Sweet Tooth's body at center on my mini map. So that might be, there it goes. So it took him a moment to log in, but or to load in is time. We'll get one that's maybe a little too easy. It's a St. Louis Samurai up 12-8, and there may have been some miscommunication there. On Echo Club Kansas City, maybe trying to get the Sweet Tooth into the game, as it does look like Sweet Tooth will enter the game immediately. So there you go. I do believe we will see Tasuna sit out. Yes. Tasuna currently out of the game now. Alexander, quick pass there, far side range. Shut down by that stack. Time with it. That is time, and Jay Franzel chasing this down. No free shot, but they've got a 3v3. Look at that time, juking their way in. Jay Franzel will get it for the 2. St. Louis Samurai take a 6-point lead. .30 seconds left here in the first quarter. St. Louis Samurai with an advantage here. Sweet Tooth, though, in the game. Now in that quarterback position. That was a quick pass to Alexander to Baron. Baron to range here. There's a boost coming in here to challenge. What a challenge their time. Does get that one picked off. Sent out here to mid, through mid. The stacks are there. There's a leech. Baron stunned out, but there's Rocks Titan. Long shot there. And sent out through that far side, too. 5 seconds ago here. Maybe one more shot opportunity. No, not quite. And one. St. Louis Samurai in the lead, 14-8. That is 6 points. That is a minimum of 2 goals. The Sweet Tooth has entered the game. We will see what kind of difference that makes in a second as we go to our first intermission. We'll be right back.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Look, I told you it was going to be a good game, and so far, I am correct. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sir Damley Show. Sorry, no. The Nepa TV, brought to you by iHeartRadio. This is the Nepa Pro Series 2 Western Conference Championship. I am Monsieur and we got Muted Monster on the cameras. Welcome back. St. Louis Samurai versus Echo Club Kansas City. Right now, 14-8 in favor of St. Louis Samurai. They're playing exceptionally well, but Echo Club Kansas City was without one of their starters for the majority of that first quarter there, Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth did return to the game in the final minute and a half. And we'll see if in the second quarter, Sweet Tooth can be an effective addition to the Echo Club Kansas City. As right now, we will see a headbutt there from the St. Louis Samurai to start this off. Sweet Tooth does get that one picked off, sends it there. In the hands of Jay Franzel. Shot was wide, but time is there to pick it up, send it in for the 2. St. Louis Samurai with that have doubled the Echo Club Kansas City points and are up 16-8. So it's 30 seconds off the clock. Thank you, Beauty Bird. Echo Club Kansas City coming out on the Joust advantage. Sweet Tooth. Quick pass here near side. A big diamond again. Although there's the 0. 1-2-1. I'm going to overuse that now for a while because I didn't know people called it the 0. So the other week, there was an interview on this channel One of the players said we were running 0, and I was like, what is 0? And Brox was like, that's what we call the 1-2-1. I was like, oh. I had no idea. And Sweet Tooth will slap that one back in. Oculus in here near side. Good. What disc movement? Oh, what a play there. Oculus to range. Range pulls the goalie out, and that goal is wide open. And they get it back within 6. So C. Jason, quick pass up. Had to stop up there was Rockstein, but still got a good play there. So looking at a defender and a stack. What a play. Oh, Jay Fran's not able to play that one. And ultimately, Sweet Tooth coming out for that. Plays it, sends it. Good clear out, single bounce there. Makes its way all the way into the bubble. That is dangerous when it goes to the goal. Baron gets shut down by who other than Time. And it gets sent out here through the near side tube. They're in the hands of Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth, though, stunned out. Give it away, Jay France. Jay France has to get this one back. Goal is open. Sends it. Ooh, off the post here. Will bounce off the barrier. Good scoop. CJ Sent completes it. 8-point lead once again to St. Louis Samurai, 18-10. So, Echo Cup, Kansas City. Dallas advantage once again here, Sweet Tooth. Standard split. So they have one going very deep. They're very aggressive. And what do we got here? 2-1-1 now from St. Louis Samurai. They're running the gambit. Or the gambit? Not the gambit. They're running the array. The array. Oculi Xander, what a dusty on rocks. Make it work. Make it work. Sweet Tooth also doing some screening of the goalie there range. We'll get the points. That was yeah. Absolutely phenomenal there. Cinnamon says Ock is a dimer. Yes. I think, yes. C. Jason, quick pass here. Jay Franz, double stuns. Stunned on that stack. Opportunity 2v1. Ducking, getting it. 8-point lead once again, the Samurai. Simon is rocks. Almost halfway through this second quarter. Juicer, that's called a, we call that a dusty, and that name comes from the Oceania region. Named after Rock sighting up here. Jay France, turnover, big stop, Sweet Tooth. Sends it out, Time gets it picked off, and then stunned out by Baron. Baron will get it cleared. Dustin, I always forget his last name. It's Dustin something. He's an Australian rules footballer. Shot there from Oculator off the backboard and out. And he's known for his stiff arm move. Dustin, if somebody looked it up, I'd be able to confirm the last name. Sweet Tooth juking. Stunned out by Time. Time will get that one turned around. Time is so good in the bubble. Rock sighting long heave here at the goal. That will be a wide off the back, the back wall. And Jay Franz will set up C. Jason, who flings that one in for a 2. And then we'll go up by 10 now. St. Louis Samurai looking very strong right now with a very commanding lead. So who pinged me? And Oculator gets up here. Rockstein stuck out on the back line. This is a numbers advantage here to the Echo Club Kansas City. They continue to press up. Pass crosshair. Baron bringing it in. 1v2 off the backboard. Cannot connect on it. Oh, the scoop, not quite. Sweet Tooth with it. Gets it. Takes out the trash. Back within 8 or Echo Club Kansas City. Three minutes here in the half. 8-point lead. St. Louis Samurai. Joust advantage. See Jason pass here off of the lip of the tube. Jay Franz was trying to track it down. Unable to. Baron gets it. That's a turnover. Lock shot. Oh, will be in the hands of C. Jason. And good slap there to get that one away after the failed clear attempt. And then on the back line, Sam right back in there. Open goal. Range for the 3. Is that a... There's no way. There's no way. Was that the first 3 of the... That was the first 3 of the game. That was the first 3 of the game. Unbelievable. That's how tight the defense is in these high-level games. Unbelievable. Time across here. Oh, off the mark. Disc is loose. Sweet Tooth comes out, loses it. Jay Franz with it. And we'll reset all the way to the back line. And see Jason, 2 minutes and a half here. 5-point game. See Jason, Jay Franz now walking this one up. Down to the floor. Time now looking for a cut. Hits a cut. Jay Franz hits it. They're up by 7. And muted if you want me to hear you. I have so much going on in my ears. He had 3 cut options, he says. A minute and a half and a half. Minute and a half and a half. The half of the half. Sweet Tooth. Oh, that stack. Stunned, but still get the pass off. Barron sends it. Back line. There it is. That back stack. The 2-2 there for the St. Louis Samurai working out. Again, we have seen them run a 1-2-1, a 2-1-1, and a 2-2. Time hits it for a 3. That's our second 3 of the game. And have we seen them run a 1-1-2? Has anybody seen them run a 1-1-2 or a man? Like a full man, like an aggressive man. Like all on, no backline, all on. I don't know. I see a 2-2 now. Yeah, ooh, interesting rollout here from Kansas City. Send across there. Barron will back it out. They had basically running 2 backliners there. Was that an ace play? Was that a botched ace play? I'm not sure. Range, Sweet Tooth. Ooh, juking. What a read there by Rocks Titan. Cannot get it out of the zone. Time, well, though, we'll get it recovered. Time sends it. Off the diamond block there. Jay Franz will try to track this one down. Instead, we'll play the man. Gets a stun off, and it will be time, but that recovery time now dumping this one to nobody in particular. Oculator take advantage of that, turn it around, clear it. Only time for one more goal here in the first half. Set up into the St. Louis Samurai zone there on the far side, collected by Oculator for Echo Club Kansas City, and back to Barron on the back line. Turning it back around here, 8 seconds. Edge of the bubble there, far side. Sweet Tooth collects it. Has to get it back, is not able to. That one's out of the bubble, and that should do it here for the first half. 27-17 in favor of the St. Louis Samurai. 10-point lead. They continue to dominate the scoreboard, although this still feels like such a close game. We will be back for the rest of it after this extended intermission. See you on the other side. Welcome back. Wait, do we have a read or something to do? No? No read? Okay. Welcome back, everybody. I learned how to say, will you be my friend in Spanish? It's Quiero... Quiero... Oh, man. Quiero something amigo. Somebody help me out. What's the middle word? Quiero... I learned it. Sesame Street taught it to me. Smiling Champ, what's up? It says, I saw your goalkeeping training session. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's I did that with Venom. I think it was like 2 summers ago now, or 1 summer ago. I'm not sure anymore. I know I was living. Yeah, that might have been almost 2 years ago now. I believe that was around season 2. Yeah, you can actually see a couple recognizable names in there. Actually, I went back and watched and started looking at who was there. You recognize some of those names. I'm like, that's kind of cool. Thank you for the call. Yeah, Venom also a big part of Nepa here. Venom is him and his dad, Arthur Guinness. If you're familiar with Arthur Guinness, both I can say I've known them both for years now, and they are both fantastic people. Honestly, actually, I was joking with Queen the other day. I said I started talking about how much I couldn't stand Venom and how rude he was and his attitude, and she thought it was funny because she knows Venom. Like, that is so, like, that's not Venom. So yeah, great people. I don't know why I'm on that right now, but they are a big part of Nepa, a very big part of Nepa. So shout out to those guys. As yeah, second half here, we're going to be getting to St. Louis Samurai still with a commanding lead, up 27-17. Time, get back to work. As nobody in the double digits on the scoreboard as far as points on. But what's really interesting, and I think this is really telling of how good both of these teams are. As Mighty Quinn says, Venomous is the coolest dude. Yes, he is. He really is. That personality he puts out there, like in his videos, that's Venom. That's the Venom you get all the time. So yeah, he doesn't do the fake thing. I do the fake thing. You know, you get like 3 different versions of me depending on where you're at. You get Venom all the time. Anyways, what's really telling me, both these teams everybody has points and assists. Saves are actually few and far between. But I think that comes down to both teams playing incredible defense. I don't think they need saves when they're stopping shots, when they're intercepting passes, when they're cutting off those passing lanes, when they're forcing turnovers. They don't need saves. Although shots 16-11 in favor of St. Louis Samurai, notable. Although really interesting and almost too telling is possession time 4:53 in favor of Echo Club Kansas City versus 3:41. For the St. Louis Samurai. That shows you the efficiency with which the Samurai are playing at. And if the Echo Cup Kansas City cannot slow down, cannot damage that efficiency, then they are going to struggle for the rest of this game. So what they need to be watching out for, one, they got to watch out for the shifting Samurai defense. That's probably a lot to do with Rox Titan. I know Rox, I've always said one of the better minds in the game. And although I imagine it's the whole team, I imagine they all contribute to that. But the shifting, the Yomi game. I will say this: if you ever watch the 3-minute meta series, I do an episode on Yomi. And I don't know that I really did Yomi justice in there, because Yomi is it does have some depth to it as a concept. Yomi is basically the rock paper scissors of the game. You know what I mean? When you're playing rock paper scissors, there is no real strategy. In rock paper scissors, you can try to predict what the other person's doing, but then if they're going, well, they know I like rock, so I'm going to play paper. Well, they know that, so then they're going to do this, so then I'm going to actually do scissors. You know what I mean? You can go into this infinite recursion of I could do this and they'll do that, and they know me, so I would do that. No. When really, in the end, as long as you're just changing it up, being random is a better scenario than being predictable. If that makes sense. And so that's why I say Rox maybe has a lot to do with the way the Samurai have been running their defense here, because you do see a lot of that changing up, although it will be the St. Louis Samurai with first possession here in the second half. Rox signing across their time. Behind the goal, Jay France hits it. Jay France will get the first goal here of the second half in favor of the St. Louis Samurai, who take a 12-point lead. Where's my coffee? And Sweet Tooth sends this one out. We'll bounce off the wall there. Rox recovers. Rox sends it out. A good send, and that's a good stack. What? That's why you put that. That's why you keep that grip button held at all times when you're around the goal like that. If you're protecting the goal, just even if you're not looking, that was a stop. Rox, yeah, I saw it back. Muted, confirmed. I saw it back on the stream. Rox tried to bring it in front side, and Sweet Tooth just got the hand there. Another shot there. This from time off of the post. That's 3 missed shots. They do believe from the Samurai right now. Alcalazator will get that one picked off, turn around. They need to make something happen off of that. They have the stack. They overshoot it. Unbelievable. Alcalazator sends that with a good bounce. Range with it now. Range. Sweet Tooth near side. Alcalazator moving in near side. Has to back up. Still gets it. Bringing it in. Oh, stunt out. What a play there, Jay Franzo. What a big stop. That may just be a deflator if I've ever seen one. The Sweet Tooth will get there first. Sweet Tooth into that far side tube. Ugly bounces there. Rock side. We'll get that one recovered here for the St. Louis Samurai. We are 2 minutes off the clock here in the second half. 12-point lead to the St. Louis Samurai as Jay France sends him back to time. Getting away from Baron, back across here, Jay France. And Jay France moving up here, Rocks Titan. There's one across here, see Jason. Oh, ho, ambitious shot, Rocks. Sweet Tooth makes an easy save there. I guarantee Sweet Tooth was looking at that cut there. That's probably why Rocks took the shot. Oh, that goes wide. Sweet Tooth looking for that one. Baron with it. Baron across in the hands of Alexander. Beyond the goal there. Whoa, range. They're back within 10. Took a while there. Minute 51. Talking about slowing down the efficiency of the Samurai. 2 minutes off the clock between those goals. Echo Club Kansas City putting the work in. Although we did see some missed opportunities from St. Louis Samurai. And there, the Echo Club Kansas City did ultimately take advantage of that. There's a time across. Oh, 2v1. That time they will utilize their teammates. Stunned out was Rock's time. Time will still get it for the 2. They're back up by 12. And Juicifer says, Snipe Dash having a game. I don't know who you're talking about. There's Sweet Tooth. Range, back to Sweet Tooth. That stack. Doing some work. It appears that St. Louis Samurai prefer the 2-2, but it looks like I believe they run the 1-2-1 and the 2-1-1 as a. Have they run the 1-2-1? Yeah, they have. I wonder if they just do those as like change-ups, just as alternates for their while they primarily run the double chain. Yeah, that would kind of make sense actually. Now that I think about it, I can appreciate that. Good strategy. Sweet Tooth. Uh-oh. Bouncing there off the far side wall. Jay Franzel chasing it down. Good defense. Oh, good stack there. Sweet Tooth sending that one in. Alexander will recover it. Sends it for the 3. Within 9. The voice in my head confirms. .320 on the clock. See Jason there, far side stack attacking. Defense getting back. the entire defense getting back there for Kansas City. And see Jason Max the back line. Alexander very aggressive forecheck there. Time bringing it in. Back up by 11. Just for says Snipe Dash is range dash. I don't know who range dash is. Quick pass here, near side. Look at that. Kind of a relay. They're going to zigzag. His range sends that one in. Just for making a point. I'm not recognizing the name changes anymore. Oh, I mean, I do. Time. Uh-oh. Sweet Tooth brings it back within 9. Echo Club Kansas City are keeping within range. They are keeping within range. They just haven't been able to catch up just yet. And it only takes one good run. One good little streak there. The St. Louis Samurai are just relentless. They do. Oh my goodness. They just don't make many mistakes. That's the problem here. There just aren't a whole lot of mistakes to capitalize on from the St. Louis Samurai on the part of Echo Club Kansas City. They just, so they have to score on all these. Sent across their range with it. Got a 3v2 developing. The stack is back now. So, taking the shot. Alexander hits it. Once again, within 10. Can they close this gap? 1 minute to go here in the third. I think I need a better playlist. Let's see what happens in the next minute. See Jason, Rocks Titan. Ooh, narrowly getting by that stack there. Time says an FJ France opportunity hits it. Back up by 12. So they have properly in this quarter here. They've properly been exchanging goals. Right now, St. Louis Samurai are up by 2 in the quarter. Like they're plus 2 in the quarter. That's it. And final possession here at Echo Cup Kansas City. I mean, this was a perfectly balanced quarter. Although that send in, we'll see if it stays balanced. Oh my goodness! Time! They said you'd bring balance to the force. Time puts him over 40. My goodness, I don't even know what to say after that. 41-26. That's a 15-point lead. We'll be back in just a moment. What a performance so far from the St. Louis Samurai. They are they're starting to run away with it just a little bit. Time is having one of the best games you'll see on a stat board. I mean, seriously, 19 points, 5 assists, 3 saves, 2 steals. Just nobody's close to that in just about any category. I mean, CJ has 4 assists. Everybody has 1 to 3 assists. Nobody has 3 saves. Sweet Tooth with 2. Anybody else who saves has 1. Only 3 players have double-digit points. Jay Franz with 12, Range with 11, Time with 19. This player is becoming one of the best in the Pro Series. Hands just without a doubt, unbelievable. We'll see what answer Echo Club Kansas City have in this 4th quarter. Time, turn the stream off, dude. I know you're listening. Stop it. We're going to get started here in the 4th quarter. 15-point lead right now to the St. Louis Samurai. Rocks Titan sending that one in. It is going to be a turnover. Sweet Tooth does find Ocularizer. That's a good recovery here from Kansas City. Ox sends that one in. Open goal. A wide. Rocks Titan gives it away. Range has it. Sends it. Oh, off the post. Ocularizer gets it back here. They've got a 3v3 of the bubble and a big stop there. C. Jason sends it out. Barron gets it back. Barron's trying to get it to Oculus here on the near side. Ock will slap that one up. Sweet Tooth open goal. Brings it. Y'all, turn the ding ring magnet off. Range hits it for the 2. So there's a secret setting called quote unquote the magnet. And it makes it so the ding ring, literally the rim, the goal rim, actually attracts the goal. Nothing I just said is true. Nothing I just said is true. Jay Franz will here on the near side. Sends him across. Long shot. Oh my goodness. $16-point lead to the Samurai. Getting a lot of pings. I don't like it. Jay Franz disrupts that play there. 6.5 to go here. Sweet Tooth. They have 1 in the bubble. That is the edge of the bubble. That's rare. Oh, good move there off the backboard. Oh, what a stop! Is that a stop? Was that actually a stop? Oh my God, C. Jason. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stop by C. Jason. Jay Franz gets that one there. Barron, though, good scoop to keep this one in play for Kansas City. With Time, we'll get it intercepted for the Samurai. Time sends that one out. Oh, what about? Oh my God. Oh, I thought for sure that was going in. I thought for sure that was going in. See, that is such a Time thing to do. Sweet Tooth. Woo! With a rebel yell, she cried, "My mama." Right? Huh? I have no idea what that means. Oh, Polar Express? No. No, J-Frex hits it for the 2. Well, that movie came out, wait, Polar Express. Is that the one with Tom Hanks, the cartoon? But yes, it is. What do you mean, no? You're gonna make me Google this right now? Yeah, literally Tom Hanks is top billed in that movie. Tell me no. No, I never saw it. That was after I got at a certain point in my life, cartoons I couldn't, and so that was one of them. Rage, I'm not saying it was bad or anything. Oh, whoa, sneaky shot there, Sweet Tooth. Gets stopped in the goal. Who got that stop there? C. Jason again. Time, a long heave. My goodness. Headbutt there from Echo Club Kansas City. Time sends it. It's the cone on the backboard. Sweet Tooth coming out late on that one. Slap out, but in the hands of C. Jason turning around halfway through this 4th and final quarter. Sweet Tooth recovers it here. Sends out into the hands of Oculizator. Oculizator. There's one here on the near side, a teammate. I believe that is Range. Actually, now one more in. That's Sweet Tooth. In the bubble there. Range. Oh, no. Oh, no. Those are that's a mental mistake right there. Big send out. Oh, big recovery. Big points. Rocks. We'll get the headbutt credit on that one. The shot there by C. Jason. Rocks got some credit for it, however. Smooth. 21-point lead to the St. Louis Samurai. This one set out here. Samurai disrupt it. Get it back. Time. Lines it up off the barrier there. We'll be out. Come back out. Time gets it back, however. The defense of the area actually one caught out. 4v3, but Oculus hit a big steal there on the far side. 3 minutes to go here in this 21-point game. That is a minimum of 7 goals, 6 resets, which is 2 minutes, a time of no return. They have less than a minute of effective time to score 7 threes. Sweet Tooth cannot get that one cleared out of the bubble here. Jay Franz bringing it down, hits him for the 2. Make that 8. Put 7 threes in the 2. So do you believe we are effectively out of time? The St. Louis Samurai will be moving on to the Pro Series 2 Championship, and they will be your Western Conference champions. Sweet Tooth picks that one off. Juking around. A little too much juking around there. Jay Franz. Looking for it. Hits it. But a 5-point lead. I invite y'all to stick around. We will do an interview, some interviews after this game. And then we will go in to the Eastern Conference Championship. The New Orleans Orions versus the Montreal Freeze. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Don't go too far. If you're thinking about going to the bathroom or getting some snacks, maybe you're getting a little hungry. Ooh. Also, if you have coffee, it's like Jay Franz will send this one through as a ceiling shot. No way. Of course. 59-31. Jay Franz will racking him up here near the end. Now catching up with time on the stat board, but I think at this point in the game. Almost getting a headbutt. Rocks backing this one out. They're looking for another 3. They get it. They double the 31 points by Echo Club Kansas City, 62-31. And St. Louis Samurai now just farming stats. Imagine we'll only have time for one more goal here. Kansas City just getting that one out of the zone that time. 2-2 slapping it back in. Range with it. Yeah, time for only one more. Ooh! Just wide. They're not able to play that one. Scooped out there. Sweet Tooth. Baron. Sends it. Ooh, stop. See Jason. Baron will put it in for the 2. And that will end the game. 62-33 in favor of the St. Louis Samurai, who will move on to these Pro Series 2 championships. And will claim title of Western Conference champions in the Pro Series 2 here against Echo Club Kansas City. Congratulations, St. Louis Samurai, C. Jason, Rocks Titan, Jay Franzel, time. And shout out to Bloop. So phenomenal game there. I know we started a little bit late here, so I'm not going to hold us too long, although they sent us to guys. Does it tell you who hit that button? Does I don't think it does, but does it tell you who hit that button? Because I'd like to know. Right now, like, we need interviews. Okay. It sounds like it was an accident. So, okay. I know we're supposed to do interviews. Player of the game. We usually have 2 of us here muted. Do I just get to pick player of the game now? Is that how this works? So you don't have time. No, that's not what I'm saying. Time's not on the stat board. Well, time dominated the stats area. 22 points, 6 assists, or 5 assists, 5 or 6. He had a few. 3 saves, although somehow C. Jason picked up 5 by the end there. He picked up, literally, C. Jason picked up 3. Oh, that's right. He picked up some gnarly clutch saves. So, yeah, so my player of the game is going to be time, particularly since Jay Franzel also ran up some stats there. But Jay Franzel's stats kind of came later on after the domination. After they had already won the mental game. Kansas City at that point was collapsing. Jay Franzel was able to take advantage of a lot of that collapse. So not for nothing. But my pick will be time in this one, without a doubt. His performance was ridiculous. It was clutch. It was from beginning to end. It was both sides of the arena. He was absolutely everywhere. He is a force to be reckoned with. And it would not surprise me if time was a candidate for MVP in the finals, because he is so effective at this point in his career. So that's it. So congratulations to time. Are we going to be doing interviews? All right. So no interviews for this first game, unfortunately. So combine the dropout in the arena and we started so late there. Unfortunately, we're not going to get an interview. So your Holzhauer Ford, is that it? Player of the game. The Stuntman Award. Holzhauer Motorsports. I apologize. Holzhauer Motorsports. I'm new at this. Not really. I mean, kind of. Holzhauer Motorsports Stuntman Award goes to time in this one. We will now go to an intermission and set up for the next matchup. Eastern Conference Championship between the New Orleans Orions. Montreal Freeze. Don't go anywhere. We will be back in not too long. 30 seconds. This one is loose in the Destroyer zone. Collected by Saluda. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Try to clear it.
Clear it out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no.
That gets the finish. That's the victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last second, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33 to 32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. You know, forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not
look
anymore.
at,
No,
look at,
no. Put me on camera. Put me on
that.
camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read.
welcome back, everybody, for the Eastern Conference Championship. Once again, I'm Matsuda Lee, Beat Monster on the cameras. In the booth with me is me, myself, and I, running the Sir Dimwee Show this evening here on the Nepa TV. First Pro Series brought to you by iHeartRadio. Pro Series 2, that is. Brought to you by iHeartRadio. And these two teams, lolly, as they might say, back in the 1930s. New Orleans Orions versus the Montreal Freeze, and I have their records here. They played twice this season, of course, as did all the teams in their conference. The New Orleans Orions did take them both times. First time, 59-29. Second time, 48-38. The second game, much closer, and now the Montreal Freeze here in the Eastern Conference Championship, feeling good, feeling strong. So in the arena for the New Orleans Orions, the Louisiana Star Dudes, we have Al, Ryan, Draco Mako, Ryruff, and Giggity Gow. And in the arena for the Montreal Freeze, we have Chocolate cruising, XA, Ender, and Fire Ninja. And both teams have readied up, so we are going to get started here in the first quarter here of the Eastern Conference Championships. Of course, the winner of this game will go on to face the St. Louis Samurai in the Pro Series 2 Championship this Saturday. We get started here in the first quarter. New Orleans Orions headbutt there, but it will turn over. Montreal Freeze touch it. XA had it, sent it out, but that's Al at mid, turning it right back around. Ryan, I thought he saw an open goal, did not see an open goal. Still got that one across to Ryruff there on the far side. I do believe the fifth out for the Orions is Giggity Gow. Al bringing that one in, hits it. Al gets the first goal here of the game for the New Orleans Orions, put them up 2-0. And let's see, pull this up. I believe is it Chocolate? I believe it's the fifth out. Unless I'm mistaken. Or is it Fire Ninja? Nope, Fire Ninja here on the near side. Yeah, it is Chocolate out. Ender there on the far side. So out is Giggity Gow and Chocolate. Giggity Gow for the Orions, Chocolate for the Freeze. Ender moving his way in there. 1v3 for some reason has all the space. Basically gets a 1v1. And the Montreal Freeze have tied it up. Once again, I will make. What's up, Yuji? What's up, time? There's no T in my name. Once again, I will say to the chat there, do me a favor and let your friends know that this is going on. These teams have earned where they are at right now. They're at the top of their games. And this is going to be a phenomenal game, and they deserve some viewership. As Giggity Gow says hello from the green room. Draco Mako on the back line here, turning this one around. This Al bringing it in. Goalie stunned. Shot off of the post. Out of the bubble. The collected by Ryruff there on the far side. Ryruff sending it right back in. Al gets it there. Hooking it. Ooh. He gets another. Al gets his second of the game. New Orleans get their second of the game, and they are up by 2. Let's say there on the far side, we'll send it back into the hands of Cruising. Then here on the near side, they have one in there on the far side. It's Fire Ninja playing very aggressive. Oh, weaving that one through. Fire Ninja though, back to XA. They have 2 at the edge of the bubble. One playing all the way back. That's Cruising. Cruising back to XA. XA will walk this one up. Oh, pick off there. Ryruff up to Ryan. Ryan, they have a stack moving out here. That is Al and Draco Mako. Al will get this recovered here. Draco Mako there on the far side post. Covered currently. They have a 2v3. Now looking to send it across. Instead, XA disrupts it. Gets a grab. Good grab, and then a good clear. Stack of their own. Cruising. Fire Ninja. Fire Ninja has that one picked off. Now they're on the far side, setting it up here. Cruising, juking around, moving his way in. Looking to set up that chain there. Was trying to set up Ender. That's XA. Some activity there. Loses that one to Al. Will just be a turnover here to the Orions. Al sends it out. What a clear. What a stack. What a disruption. What a recovery. Ryan. Turns that one back around. Backlight here to Ryruff. almost halfway through this first quarter. Notably low scoring so far. As Ryruff backs it all the way out. Both these teams are playing very, I would say, almost respecting the other one maybe a little too much. That's certainly not a bad thing per se. But all of them kind of, not finding the space looking for the, ooh, a shot there. Almost comes back. Fire Ninja will get it grabbed and sent out, though. Hits the edge of the tube. We had another bit of a scrum for it. Ender has to get that one cleared away. Does. Oh, not quite. Ryruff turns it around before getting stunned out. Ow with it. Ow. Sending it up. Draco Mako looking for a cut. He really wanted to send that cut there. I believe that was Ryan. Instead, we have Ryruff here on the back line with it. Over halfway through this first quarter. Ow with it on the far side. Sends across Draco Mako. Ducking one. Bringing it in. Hits. Oh, my goodness. Another ding. Again, we have that the ding ring magnet turned on in this game. Ooh, Fire Ninja able to get that one in. Over 2 minutes, we were scoreless there. Fire Ninja will tie us up 4-4. It's no Ryan handling this one. There, Ryruff. Nice relay here. Stack will get back to the bubble. Playing out is XA. Fire Ninja big stun. Can he recovered? Ryan somehow comes away with that. And resetting here to Ryruff on the back line. There's ooh. My audio's backwards. Ow! Pocket picked by XA. Fire Ninja, good grab there. Cruising saw the empty goal, took the shot, goes high. As will be collected Ender there on the far side. 2.5 to go here in the first. XA juking around. Ow, gets it up. Fire Ninja ducking once. Oh, stop by two. Cruising hits it for two. The Montreal Freeze, for the first time in this game, will take a lead here, 6-4. A quick pass there, far side. Ooh, nice relay there. Gets it to Ryruff. Ryruff be cruising. No, to Ow. Look at that. Tied up 9 seconds later. And Al still the only player on the Orion scoring so far. Minute and a half to go here. In this tie game. The Orions on paper favorites. But the Freeze really feeling like they're controlling this one so far. As Fire Ninja across their Ender. Although shots taken 7-4 in favor of the Orions. They also have over 40 seconds of possession time over the Freeze. Interesting. Only one save register currently to Orion. Ow, long shot. The New Orleans Orions will retake the lead with a 3 from Al, who now has all 4 goals for the Orions. With 45 seconds to go here, it's cruising to Ender. And we'll send that one through. Fire Ninja back across here near side. XA not able to get the grab. Instead will be Ryan. I'll send that one through. Taking a bounce there. Ow. Oh my goodness. It's off of Fire Ninja. But that was Al, who had the disc last for the Orions. So even though he didn't get credit for the 10th and 11th points, all 11 points are still from Al. Headbutt here from the Freeze. Oh my goodness. That was dangerous. 5-point lead suddenly to the Orions. 11-6 as we go into this first intermission. We will be back in just a moment.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. the stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
What, we're live? Right now? Oh, hello everybody. That's not funny, muted. Welcome back, everybody. It's Orion's Must Go Freeze. 11-6. After Al got 3 in a row, a 2, a 3, and a 2. Fire Ninja also got 2. So actually, no, it's Ender, Fire, and Cruisin'. Huh. I had Fire written down there. Yeah. So we'll get started here in the second quarter. New Orleans Orions, again, the favorites here, were able to pop up into the lead there at the end of the first quarter. We started here in the second. First touch to the freeze. Ender sends it here near side, gets stacked to pick it up. Set into the bubble. Fire Ninja not able to play that. It will instead be, uh-oh, Ender with it. Stopped. Ryan gets sent out the XA. What a scoop there. Open goal for Ender. Oh, looking for the cone on the backboard. Ends up wide. And Al will just heave that one through up here to Draco Mako. Draco now looking for a ceiling shot to get over that defender. Cruisin' says no. Pulls out his step ladder. Well, Al will recover that clearing from Cruisin'. Ryan looking for cut now. Moving in. Oh, off the backboard. Was looking for the cone. Hit the bottom side. Because that one will get slapped out there. Far side. Good scoop there, Draco Mako. And then down to the 4 by Ryrov. Fire Ninja. Off of the ceiling. What a bounce there. Is that going to go in? Yes, it does. 36 meters out off of the roof. The roof. The roof is on fire! Ninja. We don't need no water. Let the roof keep burning. Great song. Ryan, far side, Draco Mako stunned out. Disc is loose. XA has it. They have a stack in the zone here. XA sends it up. Ender with it. Lock shot! The Freeze are back in the lead. Anybody recognize that tune? Ryan, Draco, Al, Al. New Orleans Orions back in the lead, 13-12. No soundboard. Jeez. I said stop it. Under here, on their side. That is not an invitation. Don't you dare. Fire Ninja. Uh-oh. Ooh, big stop there. Draco Mako. I've literally just been saying names. Okay. It was a joke at first, I swear. A good recovery here by Cruisin' in his own zone, in his own bubble there for the freeze. Sends it out. Fire Ninja in the near side too. Was able to get this one forwarded up to Ender, but he's stunned out. That is Ryrov with a good recovery here for the Orions in his own zone. Across to Al is that stack here from the Monster Freeze. Looking to do some damage. Unable to, though. Not quite. Ryan. They'll send it back. Oh, look at that. They get that one slapped through. Disc is loose here for the freeze. Will they get this one collected here in the Orion zone? That goal is open. If they get there quick enough, Cruisin' sends it. Cruisin' all just wide. Fire Ninja gets it collected there as XA here on the near side. XA now looking to bring it back in, though, as one behind, one below. Cruisin' looking for a hook shot there. Fire Ninja gets stunned out. Ryrov will get the clear. Ender not able to play that one near mid. Al will instead. Excuse me, uncontested. Draco Mako will get that one in here for the Orions and put their team up by 3. So 15-12 here. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Cruisin' quick send up there. XA dodging Those stacks are on the far side. XA sends that one through the bounce in. Your collection there finally just sending it near side into the hands of Ender. Back stack attacking, actually feigning an attack. XA has to get this one across cruising. XA did get stunned out by that stack, and look at this disc movement. That stack is not broken up or anything. These passes are just on. There's Al getting stunned out. Ryan has to go back into the bubble. XA gets it in for the 2. And that will bring them back within 1. Tell your friends to watch this game. Ryan into that too. Look for his Draco Mako. What? He's able to get it recovered there. Sends it back in the hands of Ryan. Ryan now up to Ryruff. Back to Ryan. Back to Ryruff. Nice give and go here. That stack stunned out of the back line. They've got a 3v2 developing here. Goalie is stunned out, dead to rights. Ryruff hits it 2. They're back up by 3 are the Orions. Cruising here near side. XA. Duck away from that chain. Ooh. Al stunned out, but still got that one jarred loose. Ryan with it. Out of the play. That back line there. So they're going to start moving up here. That was Ender and a Sweet Tooth, I do believe, on the far side there. Ryan sends that one up. Cruising comes out to play it. XA back in the goal alone here. Cruising covering. Ooh. Not in time. Ryruff gets it for the 2. 5-point lead out of the Orions. Not their first 2-goal lead. Two minutes to go here in the half. Cruising down to the floor. Sends it here near side. Ooh, stunned out. Still got that one to Ender there in the valley. Ender challenging Ryruff. Trying to bait him out. Does get him a little bit, so sends that. Stack gets, oh, what a stun there. They're going to get this one collected here on the near side. Probably, yeah. Cruising with it to across. But in the hands of Al. I believe, was Al hiding? May have been. Picked up here. Draco Mako did not take the shot, and the pass is going to be off the mark. Farnage, we'll get that one recovered here on the near side. Minute and a half to go. Al sends it up. Ryan, goal is open. Ryan hits it. 8-point lead to the Orions. One minute to go in the half. Cruising, looking for a quick pass there to the far side. It bounces off the lip of the 2. This will be punishing if they are able to connect on that. The pass will be off the side of the backboard. And XA not going to clear it out, however. Al off the shoulder there. Good recovery here by Ryruff. Getting away from XA. Back to Al. Al looking across to the floor. Ducks one. Oh my goodness. 10-point lead to the Orions. As we have time for one more goal in the half. Here's an XA through that far side tube. And Draco sends that through. Collected by Cruisin'. Ooh, bounce there. Into the bubble. Ooh, incidental grab there by Draco. Looks like that will end the half there. XA gets it collected, sends it up, but that will end it. 24-14. Favor the Orions, 10 points. As we go into this halftime intermission, the Orions are running away with this one. Al with 13 points, actually 15. One of those did not get counted. We'll be back in a few moments.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
For those looking to claim this week's NFT, head on over to nepavrpro.com/NFT to fill out the NFT claim form. In order to complete the claim form, you will need the secret password, which is Pro Series. 2 words, both capitalized. Pro Series. The deadline to submit the claim form is 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, September 25th. That is 3 days from now, exactly 3 days from now. So you're minus 36 minutes. Also, look at all those jerseys. nepavrpro.com. I was going to wear my hoodie tonight, but it didn't actually get that cool in this room. Although it's in the 50s outside right now. I'll be wearing it on my way home. Well, on my way, yeah, out of here this evening. Although I apparently can't buy that hoodie anymore. If you missed, I'm telling you, if you missed out on that hoodie, if they ever bring it back, get one. Seriously, I love it. Where is it? Actually, it's right here. This is my Nepa freshly washed Nepa hoodie that you cannot currently buy. So FOMO. You'll see it. You'll see it around. But what a game so far. New Orleans Orions up by 10. Certainly.com. New Orleans Orions up by 10. And a lot of that is on the back of Al. 13 points. 13 points. Ryroff 2 assists. Draco Mako 2 assists. Ryan 2 assists. 13 points to Al. Looking like it was time in the last game. It's Al in this game. And also notable is in that second quarter, the Freeze only scored 3 times to the Orions 6. Those are goals, not points. Shots taken also notable, 20-10, doubling from the Orions. So Montreal Freeze really need to pick up the offensive performance, or at least need to stop turning it over. I wish we could see turnovers. I need turnover stat, Rad. Please, pretty please. How many years? How many shots? 20-10. I think I already pointed that out. I'm not going to go on a rant. I want to. I'm not going to. Also notable how few saves are on this game. 1 to Ryan, 1 to Draco, and 1 to Cruzen. That is a very notable stat. That means there's a lot of probably a lot of goalie stunning. That is almost an unavoidable part of the meta at this point. You see it regularly when teams get so well coordinated, because there's 4 of you. There's only 1 disc. And really only 2 of you are engaging with the disc at any one time, right? You're only passing between 2 people. You know, once you send that pass, the next pass will might be between 2 other people, or like 1 other person with one, But you still have 2 people who aren't part of that passing play in that moment, who are free to do whatever, and still the person who sent the pass can still be the one to stun out the goalie. So goalie stunning almost an inevitability in the meta. Which means, now that I mean, think about it. Every sport in the world, should I do this? Every sport in the world has rules against attacking the goalie, so the goalie can make a save. We don't, which is fine. In principle, I don't have a problem with that. But I wonder if you don't have that rule. I'm not saying we can make a rule. I'm saying it would have to be something mechanical. But if you don't have that rule, it almost becomes an inevitability, right? You have to stun the goalie. Right? Almost like the NBA is learning that threes become an inevitability when you have a 3-point line, which we're going to start learning. So eventually, it will become stun the goalie for threes. I mean, so it's only until somebody realizes someone's going to prove it. We're going to get started here in the second half. Go on, camera. Get me off camera. Why does my face look so red? I blame the focus. First touch, first possession. Freeze here in the second half. Oh, we are underway. 15 seconds in. This might be the first proper possession off of neutral joust. I don't think so, but it might be. It's XA. Yeah, stop it. It's on my end. It's not yours. Oh, dude, no. Stop that. That's because I was wiping my face off earlier. Ryan sends it out, and I didn't set my. Yeah, no, it's on my end. Draco Mako, it's not you. Draco Mako. Look at him bring that one in. Woo, good read there, Ender. Look at that one sent out. Now behind the goal there. Oh, Ender will get it in for the 2. Receives his own clear. And the Freeze are back with an 8. Shows you, wait, that is not, no, that's not it. Okay. So the Freeze very much still in this game. Here now in the second half. There's Ryan. Walks this one up, under attack, gets it passed up. Ooh, up to Al here. They've got a 3v2 developing right now. Al look as a 1v1. They're back up by 10. So normal show freeze, joust advantage. Cruising. It's XA. Uh-oh, turned over. Al sends it. It's just wide. Has a player in, though. Good setup, Brian. Fantastic recovery. Back up by 12 now, the Orions. Starting to run away. With this game are the Orions, and this seems to be the trend in this postseason run for most of the games we've seen, I think. Very few of them have stayed close for the whole game. I think that has more to do with the balance of the game. And that's not to say anybody has any sort of advantage. Just that. Oh, Ender! Woo! Hits it. That's not going on that way. Beautiful shot there. Back with a 9. The balance of the game is such that, you know, it's so easy for a team to go on a scoring streak. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it's easy for one and not the other. I don't know why. You know, it's so offensive heavy. Al send them across. Ryan, nice shot there. Ryan hits it. You know, and the reason I talk about it like this, so matter of factly, is over VRML. You know, you have the kind of, I call it the super team thing, where basically, you know, the kind of the best players tend to congregate at the top, and kind of when the teams are reforming and whatnot, they tend to reform around each other. The best. You know, so you kind of have this like filter that filters. So lopsided games are kind of almost expected with this sort of balance in the game. But the Nepa format is such that the goal is to make the teams as even as possible. Now, Rav taking a shot there, goes wide. There's another shot hitting the post. And XA will turn that one around. Nepa is designed in such a way that the teams are intended to be as close as possible. As XA takes a long shot. Now, it is possible. That's a beautiful goal there. XA hits it for a 3. They're back with an 8. It is possible that right now it's literally just a deficit of data. We just don't have the enough information to really be able to create those even teams like you might see in the NHL or the NFL or whatever else. But even so, there's still an effort to even up the teams. As Fire Ninja turn that one around. And even though their overall records might be narrow, shot there from Fire Ninja. You do see a lot of scores that have a very broad deficit. And the narrow range scores, as Fire Ninja hits it for a 2, are almost, although I'd love to see somebody actually parse the data, I would expect the exception would be the close score games over the broad, and I mean, you know, we'll say over 40%. Like the winning team, 30%. We'll say 30%. The winning team scored by at least more than 30%. The Ryruff back across here. Ryan, on average. That's on average. Ryan hits it for the 3. So back to a 9-point lead for the Orions. Montreal Freeze, Shal's advantage. Long relay here. Double stacks, a 2-2 coming from the Orions. They have Fire Ninja. He played very deep in initially. He's choked back up here. Oh, big turnover there. Al has it off the floor here. Sends it. It's frame block. Al looking to send it at the goalie. Goalie comes up the challenge. We'll send it in for the 2. They are back to an 11-point lead as we get a timeout. So I presume the timeout's from the freeze. And no, actually, it's not my side. I was like, I'll take a moment to check my I'll bring it down a little bit, but oh my. Look at that. It is like exaggerated on your end. I don't know why that is. Yeah, I'm very red in the face here. I don't know. Chroma key, that's a very aggressive chroma key. Oh my. Could it be? Maybe. So yeah, timeout here, likely from the freeze. As I look flush. Timeout, back in play, on timeout. Time in. Shush. Montreal Freeze on the joust advantage. The New Orleans Orions dominate. Well, not dominating. I don't want to say dominating, but they are controlling this game so far. Jay Fran's asking, what's the score? Can't watch from his phone. And they're back cruising there on the far side. Very passive chain right now from the Orions. And Zender sends that one in and through. It'll be Draco Mako coming away with it as XA stunned out. And Draco Mako looking for the clear. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. XA with it. XA down to the floor. Ender edge of the bubble. Looking to send that one in. Hits X. Oh, no. Draco Mako gets into that lane and sends it out. 55 seconds. Greening around there to the far side. XA will turn that one around. Picked here. Ryan hits it for the 2. Oh my. 13-point lead to the Orions. I'm really curious what the finals, what the Pro Series Championship is going to look like. Oh my goodness. Ow. Gets that one recovered. We'll send this one up here into the hands of Ryruff. Ryruff. Oh, stop there by XA and sends that one out. And then they're looking for a long heave into the hands of Al there on the back line. 5 seconds ago, Al will just run the clock here, looks like. And that one on the third. 37-24 in favor of the Orions. They're up by 13 points. As we will go into this third and final intermission of the evening. And once again, the winner of this game will be going on to face St. Louis Samurai in the Pro Series 2 Championship. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, Al, 17 points, actually 19, 3 assists, 1 save, 1 steal. Ryan, 12 points, 3 assists, 1 save, 2 steals. Ender, 10 points, 2 assists, 1 steal. I'm so incredibly surprised with a total of 46 shots in this game. I would expect to see more than 5 saves. The possession time almost equal. That's really interesting. Montreal Freeze have not been getting the same number of opportunities as the Orions have in this game. But again, I'm back to the whole. I'm surprised at how few saves we see overall. As we're going to start it back here. Quarter 4 underway. Oh, somebody just dropped out. Looks like it was, uh-oh. Somebody there for the freeze. Has dropped out of the game right now. XA is out of the game. Looks like Chocolate has activated. He is in right now. Ryan will send this one up here. Ow. Ender not able to make that stop. Ow, backhands it. Cruisin picks it off. Cruisin forwards that one out, but that's Ryra up there at mid. Chocolate aggressing. The send up here will be in the hands of Ender. Ender turns it around. Good send in. Oh, good grab though by Owl there. Ender there on the far side. Not able to get there. Ryan does. Pocket pick though by Ender. Ender now sending that one in off the 4. Fire Ninja hits it for the 3. Good way to start the 4th quarter here. The Montreal Freeze back within 10. New Orleans Orions, joust advantage. First in a minute. Ryan here in the near side tube. They will get that one forwarded up. Careens around in the hands of Draco Mako. Sends it. Goes wide. Right off the recovery there on the ceiling. We'll back it all the way up. Pulls Fire Ninja out. Interesting. Right come back in here. Ryan here on the near side. Chocolate aggressing. And Ryan will likewise walk that one back. Now an opportunity here. Al looking for a cut. Collected by Draco Mako. Brings it all the way in. Places it for the 2. They're back up by 12. Exactly 6 minutes ago here in the game. Montreal Freeze are really looking like, I would expect they've made some more adjustments here. Look at this. They have not run this play before in this game. They're running a 2-2 here on the offense. It's intercepted. Ryruff turns it around, but that's a good stack to pick it back up. Fire Ninja sends it out. That's Fire Ninja and Choco Lit. They dribble out after this one. They send it. That's off the backboard. They hit it. Choco Lit has just entered the building. Watch out for those stacks. Oh my goodness. Are they going to lean into those? 9-point lead. Ryan, quick send up here. Uh-oh, off the Geo there. XA is back in the game. We'll see if they go back to XA here. And Ryan will get that one collected on the far side. Sends it up. Ryan Ruff looking for a floor shot. All the stacks are in. It will be cruising with the pickup. Cruising, look for a clear. Does get by that backliner. Disc is still loose here. Ryan will get it collected. Well, might. Has to fight with Chocolate now. Ryan will send them across. Ryruff handling it. Good send up through back to the near side in the hands of Al. Al does not get the look of the goal he was looking for. Sends it back. Ryruff, good recovery. Ryan on the ceiling. Instead, Ryruff goes to the floor to Al. Al loses it. Chocolate has it. Ender will recover, and Ender gets it cleared out. That's a good clear, though. I see Orange Stacks getting there first. They are not able to get it collected. This disc is still loose. Good shield there from Ryan. Send out into the hands. That is Ryruff. Ryruff, good pass across your near side. Al wants that open goal. It's not going to get the open goal shot, but there's a shot. Ryan hits it for the 3. They are back up by 12. Wow. As well as the Freeze have looked in this quarter. Wow. Just wow. Looks like Chocolate is going to stay in. They go for a headbutt play here. Ender will get a collect here. Stunned out. Disc is loose, however. Ryan has it. They were inches away from that one. And Disc stuck here near mid. Cruising trying to get there. Ryruff. Cruising gets a slap on it. Sorry, I believe that was actually Ryruff. Got the slap to Draco Mako, and Draco back to Ryan. Ender continuing that forecheck there, firing. He's a little bit stuck out of the play there. So cruising, we'll get this one picked off on the send in. Now pass off the floor. Will not. Will make it to it. Firing is a long shot. Hits it from half court. They are trying. They sure are trying. 9 points once again. And Ryan's coming out joust advantage. Ryan, Draco Mako sends it through. Disc is loose. Ryref has to get this one collected. Chocolate challenging. And Ryref down to the floor, hitting Al. Al cannot get by Fire Ninja. Gets that one picked off, sends it out. Good defensive stack, however, Ryan for the Orions. Passes that one off there to the far side. Al with it. Ryref here on the near side will receive this pass here. All the way back at the goal is Cruz in. Chocolate gets in that lane, but stunned out last moment there. That was Ender getting that stun off on Draco Mako, but Ryan coming away with that one. Ryan now looking to move this one in. Brings it in off the backboard. Stopped by Ender. That might just be a game saver right there. That got sent back out to mid. Aldo sending it right back in here. Ryruff on the near side handling it. Monster Freeze have got to get in control of this disc. Ryruff back across. The Orions are just going to run the clock here as long as they can, as long as they have to. They don't need to score. Shot there, big stop by Ender, although that keeps it in the bubble. Good recovery there. Fire Ninja scoops it, but that was, whoa, what a heave. What a lucky send out. Oh, what a bounce. Chocolate not able to get there, overshoots it. Will be collected, cruising, stunned out. Ryan, a couple stuns going out there mid. Ryan sends it up here. Ryruff open goal, sends it off the barrier. Less than 2 minutes ago here, still a 9-point game. That's only 3 goals. Ryan up to Al. Al. Far side, under pressure, sends it up. Oh, misses the target there. Out of the bubble, will be loose here. Scrum for it. Ender gets there, loses it to Ryan. Goalie back in goal. Ryan moving in, stunned out. Disc is loose. Oh my goodness. Ryruff hits it. Puts the Orions back up by 11 here, which is a minimum of 4 goals. Which means Montreal Freeze have 12 seconds to score 4 goals. Ladies and gentlemen, the New Orleans Orions, with that ice right there, will be moving on to face the St. Louis Samurai in the Pro Series 2 Championship. Time enough for maybe 2 more goals here. Send out there. Al will send another one for a 3. But it's his 25th point. 5 assists, 1 save, 1 steal. There's now 20 seconds on the clock. And we wait as the clock counts down. Shout out SG Skeptic in the chat, here for every single game supporting Ender. You know, he appreciates it. We appreciate it. Fire Ninja looking for the last goal of the game there. Ryruff will get the stop and send it out. Ryruff getting the last save. Cruising, last shot. Ow. Last touch. Congratulations to the New Orleans Orions, taking out the Montreal Freeze here in the Eastern Conference Championship, 50-33. The New Orleans Orions are your Eastern Conference champions, and we'll go on to the Pro Series 2 Championship to face the St. Louis Samurai. That is Al, Ryan, Draco, Mako, Ryruff, with Giggity Gal from the AAA. Congratulations. And I'm not going to belabor the points. MVP of this game, certainly without question, will be Al. Your whole tower auto. What is it? Shoot. Holtzauer Auto and Motorsport Stuntman Award going to Al in this one. 23 points, 5 assists, 2 saves, 1 steal, 18 stuns. So congratulations. Congratulations to the New Orleans Orions. And I do believe we are going to do interviews once again here. Muted. So we're going to go and do that quickly. So don't go too far. We'll be back in just a moment with that. And welcome back, everybody. With us now from the Eastern Conference Championship, or excuse me, Eastern Conference Champions team, the New Orleans Orions. We have Al, captain, and Ryroff. First off, gentlemen, how does it feel to be the Eastern Conference champions?
Like I said last time we played, it feels kind of normal at this point. I mean, we've won so many games in a row at this point. It's kind of become like the baseline for me. I can't really get any higher than I have at this point. Like I called this exact result last week. I knew we were gonna win. Didn't really feel close at any point of the game. Had so much confidence going into it, and I think we came out with a solid result.
Yeah.
So, of course, you will be going on to. Oh, my camera started. Ryan has decided to join us, I believe, as he has entered the arena here. You see him in the back, probably moving in now. Welcome, Ryan.
Ryan,
I don't know
get
if
in
he's
here,
actually
bro.
in the VC with us. Is he in VC with us now?
Get in the VC, man.
He's not in VC. Get in VC.
Join
Ryan.
Nepa
Wait,
TV,
why is
Nepa
Ryan
staff,
here?
man.
Oh yeah, Ryan. Goodness gracious. Al, of course, you did get MVP of the match. Of course, I imagine you're not too surprised by that.
Yeah, no, nothing really surprises me anymore, to be honest. I think it was really deserved. I really had a pop-off performance, although I did brick some shots that I shouldn't have. So there's always room for improvement. But I was really happy with the way I played. I think I definitely deserved MVP, being one of the strongest players in the game. Definitely a top 3 player myself. So anything less than MVP would be a disappointment for me, to be honest.
All right, so you guys will be going on to face the St. Louis Samurai in the Pro Series 2 Championship, and of course, you guys have not. Well, you have not officially played. I don't know if you have unofficially played at all this season. But do you have any? I'm sure you've been. Well, actually, I wonder. Have you guys been watching any tape or doing any studying, or do you think you're just going to go in with your game and assume and believe that will take care of the rest?
Actually, I think I got this one.
Good.
Honestly, it's been kind of a challenge beating every team in the league. So we had to stop scrimming 2 months ago just to make it a little more fair. Ever since Al decided to take a break, it's just been really easy for the other teams. So obviously we had to step it up a little at that point.
And so I guess the final question is going to be, again, I guess more directed back at Al, because in the game earlier, the St. Louis Samurai versus Echo Club Kansas City, we did not get the opportunity to interview them. Time was player of the game. They're very effective in that game. I'm curious, Al, if you expect any matchup with Time when you guys do face off, and if you do get matched up with them, who do you think wins those 1v1s?
Well, Time's a really solid player. He's recently broken onto the scene. He's been around for maybe a season or 2, so I'm hoping to use some of my experience that I have on him being from preseason and all. But I know Time's a great player. He's a solid goalie. He's good outfield. He's just really strong all around player. But to be honest, he doesn't really scare me. I know he doesn't scare Ryan or
definitely
Ryan.
not.
So,
All right, no fear in the face of Time or the St. Louis Samurai at that. So I guess final words. Anything you guys want to say before we end this the interview here, and you guys move on to focus on that championship?
Thank you for the cast.
I've got one thing to say. So I've got these voices in my head, and those voices are telling me to win. So I have to win now. It's just the way nature works. When I get that voice in my head, you just have to win.
No, we're gonna win.
Telling
It's
you that.
confirmed already. We won.
Exactly. I mean, just give us the medals already. Seriously.
I don't even think there's a point in
No,
putting us against.
we got this bagged.
What's their name? What's the name?
Who?
St. Louis Samurai.
St. Louis
Don't even know.
Samurai. St. Louis
Don't even
Samurai.
know.
Isn't their
Irrelevant players,
conference
honestly.
irrelevant? Who's even in their conference?
Well,
Oh my God.
we certainly will find out on Saturday. So, of course, everybody, if you want to see whether or not they live up to their stated expectations, tune in on Saturday. It's going to be this Saturday, September 24th at 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern, noon out west. That is going to be, sorry, that's actually a AAA game. I apologize. That's not the right time. It's 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock West, and that will be the St. Louis Samurai versus the New Orleans Orions, who believe they are the assumed victors in this. So thank you guys for putting on a fantastic performance. A great show. Appreciate you sticking around for the interview and not sending us to the lobby. I'm not bitter. And we are going to get out of here. So thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. Ivan Mutsidamui, me, myself, and I in the booth. Muted Monster running the stream. We thank you all for joining us. And also, tomorrow night is what is the Owners game. So look forward to that as well. So y'all have a phenomenal evening. And we'll see you in the next one. Seconds. This one is loose in the destroyer zone. Collected by Saluda. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Try to clear it.
Cleared out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no.
That's the finish. That's the victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last second, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. You know, forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not anymore. No.
Look at
that. Put me on camera.
Look at that.
Camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read.